Hi, and welcome to Wrong Way. And today we are going to unbox the latest and greatest from Begode, or actually Begode now, the Begode RS High Torque. So let me tell you more about it. Wrong Way. And of course, also huge thanks to mywheel.com for providing me this wheel for testing purposes. On all wheels from mywheel.com, you get 5% discount with the wrong way code, but just one O. And today is a very special indoors unboxing episode. We have a camera operator. Look at this premium upgrade. So here is just for comparison the Begode MSX 84 volt. That was, a bit of a time ago. There's many upgrades in the M Super lineup at Begode, and actually this shell is pretty similar since the M Super V3, so we can check out what new stuff is now in this wheel. So let's open it up. It's the first Begode M Super, or the first Begode now RS, with a hollow motor design. So it's a totally different design. Let's open it up. Begode, 1800 watt hours. Not a big change from the MSP. Stickers, my e-wheel, very nice indeed. Sorry, I'm having problems with my stomach. And this is also the high torque version of this wheel, because they always now come with high torque and high speed versions. The high torque has obviously better torque, it can climb better, it has a bit more acceleration, but top speed should be around like 55-60 when it comes to safe top speed. And with the RS high speed, it should be around like 70-ish when it comes to like semi-safe top speed. Like, it's for sure safer to go fast on the MSP high speed. So in the box we get a box, and in the box we get a charger, and this is the usual 3 amp charger by Begode. So a full charge in around 5 hours, but you'll see more about charging in a second. There's also a user manual. And wow, in the user manual there's actually some useful stuff, like all the specs of the current wheels. That's pretty cool. The X, yeah, my X will come soon. And Monster Pro, nice. So, nice quality foam. I always do appreciate a good piece of foam. Yep, I like that. And here is the wheel itself. Super excited. Already, checked by my e-wheel, because my e-wheel checks wheels before they go to the customer. And oh my god, that's a thick boy. That's a thick boy right there. Oh my god, that's heavy. That's a bit heavy. Let's put this thing aside for now. Okay, so this is it. Certificate. Oops. Sorry. Certificate of compliance. Sorry. And new Monster Pro foot plates. Very nice, very nice. Okay, let's turn it on. And I think it's in transport mode actually. So now we have to press it a couple of times or something to put it on. That's the first time actually Begode's come in transport mode. So Kingsong's had that before, but not Begode's. So I have to figure out how to do that. Maybe the user's manual is actually useful. Maybe I have to do that. I'll be back to you in a second. Okay, great. Okay, so I just called my friend Mieciu, who just bought his MSP, his Begode RS high speed. And yes, on the channel we'll also feature a comparison soon with the high speed version against the high torque. So be on the lookout for that. And now I also know how to turn on the transport mode. I have to hold this and now press 5 times on the power button. Just beeping a lot. I don't know what. Yeah, now it works. Okay, great. So that was that. It works! It works! Yay! And it's connected to ESC World. So now we can talk maybe a bit more about all the new stuff that is on the RS. Now we have the new charge port situation up in the front and the new like cover here. So we have twin charge ports, and I have to yet check what the maximum amps you can push through here is, but I think it's around 10 amps. So you can charge this thing up in like 2 hours or even less than 2 hours. That would be pretty fast. And there's also a USB port and the usual power button. Now my issue with these ports on Goldways is that water can ingress here if you don't have the flat down, or the flap down, or if you just don't close it right and water comes in here, or you have just some piece of metal. These pins are just not really safe. Like at some point maybe they will change that, but in wheels I think that should be like a XT90 plug or something else. Like this is not the best way to go, especially on the top of the wheel. But I think that won't change with this shell structure. There's like a big flap now for all of this stuff, but you can definitely see when it's open, so that's pretty cool. Now the lift sensor is now here. So to lift the wheel, you just basically lift it, and that's how it works. Pretty cool. I think it's better than the button that was previously here on the side. When it comes to trolley handle, it's typical Gotway. Jesus Christ. Can I even pull it out? No, I can't pull it out. Okay. Gotway. Oh my god. Oh, okay, now it goes. So that is the trolley handle. It's totally like very similar to the one in my Gotway, but in my MSX. But if you have it well, oh, it's actually higher than on the MSX. That's interesting. But this one goes better than factory, because if you just give some love to this trolley handle, then it will just work a lot better than that. Might be new, but yeah, that's how you just get it in. Foot plates are now the Monster Pro foot plates, and you can see compared to the Nikola foot plates, which are on the MSX, they are actually very similar or just a tad bigger, maybe a bit wider. So this is pretty cool. Sandpaper is pretty bad as usual on Gotways, and there's this rubber part for I don't know what reason. I think recently they showed some new foot plates with holes inside and with pins. I think that will be way better for this wheel. Now, new thing is the double T6 diodes. That's just totally the same thing. They're just really bright, and they will blind people, and you can't adjust them as you can on the Veteran, for example. And there's also the new LEDs, which look really sick. How do you like them? You like them?
It looks awesome.
Yeah, and there's also different settings. Sorry. Off. This looks pretty cool. I think they look great. They look so modern. Do they also turn? Let's see. Yeah, they do. Depending on the speed. Oh, these are pretty cool. Let's see all the LED cycles. I like LEDs. It looks cool. And more. So there's a lot. Oh, I think that might be a favorite for some people, because there's just white out the front, and in the rear it's red. That's pretty cool setting. And also like a street compliant setting. This is LGBT setting. And okay, and then it's the same once again. So pretty cool on the LED side. The tire is now what you get usually in all the Gotways. It's the CST tire. And what else? The rear looks pretty similar, and I think that's it. Like the most important thing is obviously the motor, And we can see now what the free spin is. As we have seen, V tried to reach top speed of the MSP high speed, and it was slower, a bit slower than what I did on the MSP, and she fell. She had a cutoff. So that sucks a lot, and I hope you get better soon, V. So we don't really know if these motors are really faster or slower. I have to put that to the test, and that's definitely what I will do. And we'll also check how steep of a hill I can climb with this high torque version. But now it's 100% battery. Voltage is wrong. I need to correct that. Battery voltage 100 volt. Boom. We can check just what the top speed of this version is. 79, so probably a set safe top speed is around 60-ish, depending of course on your battery state. Now the thing that also changed during the lifespan of the M Supers is also the weight. So you can see now that this thing weighs 28 kilograms, 27.5. That's really heavy. And compared to the it's just beeping all the time. Let me turn it off. And compared to the MSX, which has just 200 watt-hours less battery, this thing weighs 23.7 with the additional bumpers and all the stuff that is also here. So this is 4 kilograms heavier. So, and this is like a weight you can feel. It's also wider than the MSX, obviously, just like the MSP. And yeah, you can definitely feel the weight. Now that I tried this for a while, this is feels a lot lighter in turns, nimbler than the MSP or probably also the RS. We'll see about that, how nimble the RS feels. And right away, if we put them side to side, you can also see that the foot plates are way lower on the RS. I mean, like really way down lower, and the clearance is also lower. So this is the current version, but I think they will come back to the higher foot plates once again in a bit. We'll just have to see how the lower foot plates behave on this wheel. I really always liked the higher foot plates of the MSP. Now that they're lower, it should feel even more fast because there's a bigger leverage on the wheel, so acceleration should be even better. But in terms of turning, you won't be able to just do the same amount of turning like you can on the higher, older foot plates. So that's again a thing we'll have to see, in the upcoming review. So apart from that, there's also a couple of minor changes. The speakers, I think they're still the same actually. Not sure about the quality of those. We'll have to check that. But on the other side, you have now a RS logo, and the beeper is on the outside, which is phenomenal. You can hear that this beeper is way quieter than this beeper, right? Which one feels louder?
This one.
Yeah, right, Kate. Yeah, that's it. So this is also a pretty good incremental change. Once again, beep, 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 beep. Once again, the Begode RS is just, a successor in the MSP lineup. The new hollow motor should be better. The shims, because there aren't any, shouldn't come loose, because in my style of driving, every 4th to 5,000 kilometers, you have to open up the wheel and just screw in the shims so the motor isn't loose like on the axles, because that's a problem, especially in the monsters, but I wouldn't consider it to be such a big problem in the M Super lineup. Especially in Nikola, it's not really an issue to not have a hollow motor there, but supposedly the axles, the motor mounts should be just stronger and it shouldn't come loose. All in all, should be the technology, the same thing like you had on the V11. But on the V11, there was a problem with the bearings. So we'll have to see if it's better or not. The bearings, I didn't hear any issues yet about the bearings, but we'll see about that on the Begode RS. Okay, so this is the unboxing of the. It's a bit plasticky. Damn. So this was the unboxing of the Begode RS. I'm pretty hyped about this wheel. This is a wheel I'll get for testing, and then I'll send it away. We'll check out what the performance is, how it accelerates, all that good stuff, and yeah, we'll just see how the RS is like in everyday use. So if you're still here, leave a massive like on the video, subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you in the next video. Okay, now it goes out a bit easier. The first time is the hardest every time. Functional air vent, right there, just one. And here we have no functional air vent. It's a good looking wheel. It's a good looking wheel, isn't it? It's a bit plasticky, but it's good looking. I really like the mesh here, but I don't understand why you wouldn't put it on the speaker. Like, why? If you have the mesh, just put it everywhere. I'm sad it still doesn't come with a mudguard. Like, it's just annoying. Like, look here, you could have just this floppy mudguard. They could send it to you. You can get a 3D mudguard, but it will die as soon as you put it on it, because if the wheel falls, the 3D mudguard doesn't have a long lifespan. It would have to be like this sort of rubbery material, rubbery 3D printed material, and then it will survive maybe. Or just a plastic bottle like I had on the Veteran. Oh, and where are the side pads? Let's look in the box. Oh, my favorite ones, the shoe sole. Two shoe soles. At first I was always laughing at this, but this is actually one of the best kind of slide pads. It just works so well. I think I'm pulling the double-sided paper, but not the whole thing.
Not the whole.
Okay, that'll be fine. Oh, let's turn it on. Okay, that's enough.